Welcome to the garden. Our asparagus has gone to ferns, but you can actually still eat it. If you just strip the little fuzzy ferns, just like this, these are all really good to eat. We let the seeds drop last autumn, and we're getting a whole bunch of new plants this year. So I'm actually going to transplant some of these a little bit further down the hill where they'll get more sun and just fill in and expand the asparagus bed. Today I'm going to be propping up my asparagus. It's a little late, but I think we can get it to stand up straight. I've got two stakes, one up here and one down here, so they're in opposite corners. We're just going to take some twine then and cinch them all up, all the little ones too, and we're going to wrap around in circles a few different times. So we'll start low and then we'll wrap high. When I get to the stakes, I'm going to wrap around them once, just to kind of anchor that string. So we want to end up a little bit higher than where we started, and we're going to wrap around once with our string. No more floppy asparagus. I think I'm going to try and kind of push it this way so it's not leaning so hard. But it looks really good. We've exposed a whole bunch of these little wildflowers. So I'm going to try and transplant these. There's also some asparagus. I've got a whole bunch of little ones here, so I think I might expand the bed all the way down through here, because I love asparagus. It's actually still edible at this point, the ferns. You just want to strip the fronds, just like this, and then you can even chop these up a little bit, but they're still good to eat, just the stems are a little bit woody. Yeah, they're really nice. If you chop them up with some dill, they would go great in a salad or a dressing with potatoes or fish or anything. So I still like to eat them at this point. Asparagus have little white to yellow flowers. This one's just about to open up, but there's a couple more behind. And they kind of hang like little bells, like little chimes. But once those get pollinated, they kind of dry up a little bit and look like this, and then they start to produce the little berries. These go from green to red as they ripen, and each one has about 2 or 3 seeds in it. So even though the asparagus are ferns, and they're starting to produce these little berries to get their seeds, we still are getting new spears. Check this out. And these are so tender, so delicious. Even down to the stem, they're just tender and juicy. These are so good. Wow, that's refreshing. We had a couple days of really heavy rain. Big storms rolled in, so the wind kind of blew them over a little bit more. So I did have to support them with a new cage, but our new transplants look really good. Some of them have yellowed a little bit on the leaves, but that's to be expected. It was a little rough on them, but look at how many we found. There's just tons of them. These are all brand new asparagus shoots. So this entire bed should actually look pretty decent next year. Not only do we have all these first-year plants, but we have a second-year plant here, and this one is actually a pretty decent size. So I kind of found these in little areas like this. Some of these came right out of the asparagus bed, but others strayed a little bit, like this one. So I like to get them back in the garden a little. Now, they don't have a lot of root at this stage, if I just pull this apart for you to take a close look, this is really all they had. A lot of these looked just like this. The larger ones did shoot out more roots, and they kind of shoot them in a fanned pattern where they emanate from the root down in all directions. So they get really nice and hardy. But this is all we need to transplant for now. So we'll just find a little spot that could probably use another plant here. And all I'm going to do is try and get that root as deep as possible. Just about 2 inches under the soil in this case. Just like that. That's perfect. So we did that all throughout this bed, and now next year we should have twice as much asparagus. So I hope you give this a go in your asparagus garden. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.